just wanting to do a call to action to anyone who identifies as white or Asian Pacific Islander, of two groups that I belong. This is our time. This is our time to step up, to make calls to the senators, city councils, all the people who are involved, district attorneys, and let them know that this racial injustice inside of our justice system will not stand. That enough is enough, that we will not participate in these systems anymore. I'm here to say that I am an accomplice, an agitator, and I'm ready to stand up and dismantle the systems of white supremacy. I've been doing that for a while now in terms of my teachings, the meditation work helps with that as well. So if we peel back the layer, the reality is that the people who are invisible never get dissected, right? So if you think about gender, who do you think about first? Women, right? You think about race, you think about African American, Asian, Native American, Latino, Latina people. I mean, it's like the list is just all these other groups, right? And then white males are left out of the entire dissection. The invisible force, the invisible hand, in a sense. So there's a lot of peeling back of layers that we need to do. And first it starts with a scan of you, of yourself. How have I participated in these systems? How have I made assumptions about whole groups of people? How have I made a statement and instead I could have asked a question? How did I pretend like I knew something about a culture when I really didn't know? And so how are we participating? How are we perpetrators, in a sense, to these biases that are happening in the world? And it's across the board, right? Lots of different people make assumptions about lots of different things. And so the goal is make no assumptions. Be impeccable with your word, right? And so it's about being mindful of your words before you actually speak them. Is this true? Am I making an assumption here? And this work, this dialogue has to keep happening over and over, and you have to talk and use your platforms and talk to other people, have the uncomfortable conversations with your peers and with your colleagues and with your parents and whoever else. You have to just keep talking about this and make phone calls to people and say, what's our plan? To people who make policies in the justice system. We want to see action. We want to see movement, no more words. It's no longer time for talking or task force and things. This is obvious and blatant, this contrast. And the work is clear in terms of what needs to be done. Fairness is obvious when you look through the lens of peace and love and justice, right? So this pandemic, we feel, just to shine a giant spotlight on all these cracks and crevices that are in these systems. And now is our opportunity to heal those with peace and love and justice. So that's what I'm about over here at Nikki on Meditation. So if you are white or Asian Pacific Islander, join me in these dialogues and conversations. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific time, we will be doing some conversations as well and some guided meditation. And so feel free to join us. There's a link in the bio for more information to register for that. But just know that this work is never done, and it's ongoing in terms of the internal reflection about how you're participating in systems that are no longer and have never been a fair and equitable system. And so I want to show my children, I want to show all of us that we can do this. It is possible. I see an amazing transformation happening if we stay the course. So join me and we'll talk.